Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle Fission from Richard Anderson. I don't know why I've seen this one. I don't know why I haven't done this one before. Oh my gosh. Oh, looks at the date of it on Tangle Patterns is from 2016. All right. Well, it's about time then that we've done it. It's a neat one, and similar to there's also CO2 is different. There's these nice little tangles like this that are really cool accent tangles. This one you can take it to another level too if you want and make it like a fill-in. Really cool. All right, starts off with an orb wherever you want it. It will end up being kind of the center. And then similar to when we did Barbara Duell Johnson's dot ball, but this is a compacted dot ball. This would be a neat combination. This with that. Oh, it'll be so cool. All right. Anyway, that just gave me an idea. All right. So an orb in the middle of wherever you want the center of this to be, and then similar to when we did that one, it's easy to put together, say 6, because this you want to have 6 going around, so going north south, and then you can more easily squish in a couple on each side, right? Makes it easy. Hold on. I always think that the world knows when I'm doing stuff, and so my phone sometimes will just start blowing up when I'm doing things. So apologies for that. All right, so then we have this, which kind of looks like a cute little flower, but it's not. Then we're gonna put orbs in each of these crevices, so it's another 6. And you'll have to take a look at the For More Inspiration link so you can read the story and about the inspiration behind this tangle. It's neat. All right, then from here, so we kind of have 2 layers of orbs, right? So the inner one, that would be like what the second step that we did, draw a nice little straight line and another orb on top. Of course, you get to decide how long that is. All right, then I didn't need to flip it backwards. I'm so silly sometimes. Then on the orbs remaining, straight line orb on the top, and so this, I mean, it could be so versatile because this could look like a lot of things. I could see it being used in the wintertime, for snow, or kind of a snowflake type of thing, in the summer for flowery type of things. It's one of those, it doesn't matter, or it's just because it's cool. Now I mentioned, so this is essentially it right here. I mentioned that you can take it to like another level and kind of create a fill-in with it. And while there's not necessarily step outs, I don't know that it's needed. But what we do is we just start another one somewhere else. And again, this is another good reason to take a look at that For More Inspiration link, because not only does Richard have it on as his sample, but take a look at Linda's the little thumbnail, because she has done this as well. Now, one thing that I'm almost make this one stroke. Watch this. So I like straight line and then around, because then I avoid this, going over. That one is bad. Although when they're extended like that, I was kind of thinking, maybe could fill some of those in. If you fill in the inside, it's not going to, it'll look like the Bronx Cheer. That's a different tangle. But some of the outer ones you could maybe fill in. All right, let's get that other side. Or not the other side. The other ones. This also could kind of look like a dandelion when it's gone to seed, like looking straight down, kind of. It's non-representational. All right. So like I said, in looking at Richard's Step Out, there's not necessarily a rhyme or a reason, but where I could say, oh, here's how you would connect it. So you could just connect it however you wish. So part of me was thinking, oh, you could put a line in between here, but I'm going to just do a separate one. Just finding a place, I'm going to make it a little bit thicker. And then we'll do another one here. This one apparently is going to be a little bit bigger. So it's just a neat tangle, and it's these ones I've kind of called them accent tangles, and so I have a playlist of them because these are neat because you might just want to have one little something that you put in the corner, of something you're doing, or maybe you're sending a letter, or or doing a card or something, and you want to personalize it with a little tangle of something, and something like this is cute because you could use it, and it's not like you have to go into some big involved thing, but they're just nice to have handy, and it's nice to have variety in them, and we do. What's it called? Interesting. Like I said, the connecting of them. Let me look. I'm reaching back. Yeah, it looks like Linda did kind of the same thing. Just drew a line in between. You come up with however you want to do it, which is what's cool about Zentangle, right? Oh, let's see. Mine's gonna end up having 5 just because. Odd numbers are good, right? All right, so as I'm finishing these... Oh, well, you know what? Before I do that... Wait, let me finish this because otherwise... All right, works. For shading, this is one of those that you could do like the whole area. You could... one thing I think would be neat, and this is what I'm going to do, is I'm just going to put some kind of on the outside of the... say that first 6 or so that we've done, and here we go. That way you can kind of leave the center open if you want. Could also, and let's use what's left on the tortillon, could put some graphite, just work some in between. If you're doing this, and it's just like this. That looks neat. I'm going to fill that in after I do these other ones. But you could do both. You could, if you wanted to have graphite coming out, outside of that, you could too. Up to you. Whatever, whatever makes sense for however you have yours placed. That's not much help, is it? That's one of, as I finish this, that is one of the, things I think I chuckle about the most when teaching Zentangle is, I said it's because I did this recently at a class. I'm like, it's so hard to say, okay, here's what we're going to do, but you can do it the whatever way you want, but here's how you can do it, here's some suggestions, but again, feel free to customize. It's like it's teaching, not teaching. It's just it's funny. Because when we teach, we think, oh, well, I should be giving very specific instructions. Yeah, well, I am. The very specific instructions are, well, here's how it was done, and if you want to do it different, you can. It's just funny. And it's such a joy, because for those like me that like to follow whatever rules that there might be for whatever it is that I'm doing, or guidelines, or it's nice. And then for those that are like, they just absolutely don't like, it's like, no, don't. Well, some that are on Tangle Time, you're already saying it, that come regularly. Hashtag I do what I want. you know, it's so funny. Coming back to this, doing this second row, I find myself getting, it's like, oh, I have to really pay attention to get into those crevices because I'm like, wait, is that the same? It's so funny. All right. So anyway, you can do what you want. and it really doesn't matter. And it will turn out beautiful no matter what you do. And that is the icing on the cake, because it really doesn't matter, and it will indeed, no matter what you do, will turn out really awesome. Okay. And let's just put a line here. It's just interesting. It really, really is. All right. So if you enjoyed this, and I hope you did, please click like. And while you're clicking, if you haven't done so already, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. So you can click that as well. Ooh, I was just having another thought. Well, I got to add some more. You know, let me share an idea. Let me interrupt myself. If you're doing something and you really only want to use what's left on the tortillon and you felt like you have run out of stuff on the tortillon, here's something you can do. On a separate piece of paper, or like I'm going to just do this on the back, just lay out some graphite and then use use it like a palette. Because sometimes you don't want to put the pencil right on. Now you're going to darken up the other parts. You know, there's that something that where you were just using what's left. That's kind of neat. But that is something that you can do if you find yourself like, oh no, wait, I've run out. Now what? Oh. That's what. That looks neat. I like it. All right. Make sure you also check out the For More Inspiration, or no, the description section, so that way then you can look at the For More Inspiration link, as well as I always do my own version of the step out, so you will find that there. Below that, ways to connect with me. So I have a link to my website, my Facebook page, so if you want to follow me there. You can follow my website too, because it's a blog as well as a website. You'll see that link, place to enter your email on the right hand side, not too far down, like under the menu, the enormous menu. Also, if you want to participate in the conversation around Zentangle, we would love to have you. So there is a link to our Facebook group. There are some questions that you have to answer in order to gain entry. I'd just like to make sure that you're aware of that. Oh, it is such a lovely group of people. It really, really is. We have a lot of fun. On there, as well as on my Facebook page, is where I post classes and other things, daily Tangle, things like that. Recaps to the classes that we do. And just, you know, all kinds of other wonderful fun. So, with that, I think I've hit everything. Oh, except that I mentioned classes. I do classes twice a week. A lot of them are free. Every Thursday, it's called Tangle Time. You know, you can look at the link in the menu on my website and see some of the classes that we've done. And, you know, like I said, Thursdays, there's 2 times, and I have it listed there in my time zone, Eastern time zone. If you follow me on Facebook, or there's some other options there, then generally, although I think that Eventbrite might have had an issue recently because we had some people that had it showing up really odd, and everything looked fine on my side. But it should, theoretically. And I've only had only a couple problems. And usually it's around time change that season. But it'll show up in your time zone so that you don't have to calculate. But I do, I think on my classes page, I have a link to World Time Buddy. So if you want to, you know, translate it to your time zone, then you can. All right. So with that, thanks so much for watching. And, well, you know what? I hope that you'll join us for a live class sometime. And I wish you happy tangling.